I call this regular meeting of the UISD Board of Trustees to order. It is Wednesday, June 22nd, 6:03 p.m., and we will begin with announcements. Did we take care of all the announcements there? Okay. The next item, oh, actually, I skipped over roll call. Pardon me, I'm a little rusty here. Would you help us with the roll? Go ahead and call the roll, please.
Javier Montemayor.
Present.
Ricardo Molina.
Present.
Juan Roberto Ramirez.
Present.
Ted Gilpin.
Present.
Ricardo Rodriguez. We have a quorum.
Okay. And do we have any announcements? All right. We have public comments. We have one, Mr. Rene de la Viña, and he's speaking on the amendment to the budget.
Good evening, board members, honorable board members, Superintendent Santos, good evening. For the record, Rene de la Viña, TFCA President. I'm just here to talk about item 7B, amendment to the budget. And we're just like to know if you can amend the budget where you can also include salaries, a salary increase to all the UISD employees. We feel that they're very hard-working employees. They work very hard. And like you all have always said, the students come first. And if that's correct, and you really believe that the students come first, and you must take care of your employees so our students can excel academically. So having said that, I'm asking you all to please consider giving a pay raise. Hopefully you can match LISD or better, or whatever you can give them. We're very, very appreciative. And again, we're asking you to give our hardworking UISD employees a salary increase. You always have, and I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. You've always been there for the employees, and I know that for a fact. Thank you very much.
Very good, very good. At this point, we'd like to go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Would everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? To the flag.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Please be seated. All right. Going on to item number 5, recognitions.
Yes, Mr. Gilpin, members of the board, of course, the audience. This is the part of the meeting that we're able to showcase our students and our employees. So if the board can, come to the front, this way we can recognize our students and our employees.
Good evening, parents. Good evening, board members, Mr. Santos, Mr. Gilpin. I am very proud and honored to introduce to you the Intel Science and Engineering finalist. She is from Alexander High School. Ms. Elizabeth Miller, congratulations. Come on up, Elizabeth. Teacher, Veronica Villarreal. Science coordinator, Ms. Gonzalez. And of course, the administrators from Alexander High School. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to introduce the director of the Texas Science and Engineering Fair. He is here to honor the board members, UISD. Mr. Kamaka, can you please come up?
Hi, welcome. My name's Kai Kamaka. I'm the director for the State Texas Science and Engineering Fair, representing the University of Texas at San Antonio. I'm here to present to you a plaque congratulating your support, your district support to fostering kids in science and STEM education. The plaque reads, United Independent School District in recognition of valued student participation at the Texas Science and Engineering Fair 2016. This is the first time the district has advanced to the state fair, participated very successfully before moving on to Intel ISF. So congratulations, thank you.
Good evening, members of the board, Mr. Santos, members of the audience. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Douglas Alford from American Legion Post 59, and he'll be doing some introductions and recognitions this evening on the 2016 American Legion Boys State. Let's welcome Mr. Douglas Alford.
Thank you, board members, Mr. Santos. It is indeed a pleasure and a privilege to be here to introduce you to these boys. You're going to hear from one of them. And if you can just multiply 1 times 15, you will get the experience that they had while at Boys State this past week. This is a privilege. It's an honor. It's something they will never forget. They will never outgrow. I'd like to call out the names of the ones that went. Diego Mendez, Alexander High School. David Trevino, Alexander High School. Duncan Vallone, Alexander High School. Edmundo Ramirez, Alexander High School. Abraham Gamboa, Alexander High School. Gerardo Martinez, Alexander High School. Pedro Flores, Alexander High School. Hector Cruz, Alexander High School. William Adela, Alexander High School. Austin Allen, United North High School. Austin Aleman, United North High School. Lorenzo Ortiz, LBJ High School. Albert Betancourt, LBJ High School. Carlos Rocha, United South High School. Jesus Mendoza, United South High School. As you notice, some of these guys are missing, but you know that they're working, they're traveling, they're going to academies, they're doing other things, and they are busy. At the present time, I'd like to have your attention to Diego Mendez, one of the boys that went to Boy State, and let him tell you of his experiences at Boy State this year. Diego?
Thank you, Mr. Alford. Good evening, everyone. My name is Diego Mendez, and I was one of the Boy Staters, along with these young, fine gentlemen. And I had the privilege to be part of the very first ever Flint City, Texas. And just an overall experience. It's a great program. It's very selective. Amongst all the students in Texas, the schools choose leaders that are in the school. A total of 1,035 students were at Boy State, and each one of them is qualified as the last. I'm an Eagle Scout, and I'm very proud to say it, but I know that there were a good 500 other Eagle Scouts there. All of them were vice presidents and presidents of Honor Society, leaders in their schools, outstanding academic performances, and the list goes on. Every single person there was a leader. So what Boy State teaches you is how to stand out. There's good in everybody, but Boy State is able to teach you how to be elite. And to be elite is to be top of the line, to be the best. And I'm proud to say that I was able to share that experience. And any one of these gentlemen here can tell you that that experience is unforgettable. And it's something that will stay with us forever. I know that the song that Boy State sing is still stuck in my head to this day. I also know it's stuck in David's. It's a wonderful program. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about what goes on in the camp. In the camp, they teach you all about the political processes that happen in the state. You go through parliamentary procedures. You have to second motions. You vote on things as a city. And they teach you how to bond and, rise as a leader. I ran for district attorney, and it was not an easy process. I had to write speeches. I had to win my primary. I destroyed in my primary. And you have to go to a general election where I spoke in a crowd of about 300 or plus people. It was a little bit nerve-wracking, but I learned from my city and practice. They helped me through it. They have sports events that you compete in, the Olympiad, and they have basketball, football, and dodgeball, cross-country, other track events. It's unforgettable. My city was able to take second in the Olympiad, and I know that we had to work very hard as a team. No single individual shined above the rest because we're all leaders, and it helped because we knew how to work together as a team. Boy State has really changed my life, and it showed me how to be elite. And so whenever they would ask us the question, every single morning, they would come and ask us a question, who are you? We would have to look at them, and we would reply, we are Texas Boys State. And I knew in my mind, I knew that we were elite. And I knew that we were all leaders. It was up to us to grow together and to rise above the others and to show our hometown, just like I'm showing all of you, why we were chosen to go to this camp and why we were the elite group and why we stood out from the rest. It's a program that I encourage many of you to go to, and it's not one that you will regret. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. Multiply this times 15, and you have their experiences. Thank you very much.
Good evening, parents, teachers, students, and community members. It is with great pride that we would like to acknowledge United ISD's UIL Academic State finalists. These are high school students that have recently competed and placed at the UIL Academic State Meet in Austin on May 23rd through the 25th. For virtually every school in Texas, UIL Academic serves as an extension to the regular classroom for highly motivated, intelligent young men and women. Students who placed in the top 3 at the regional meet or were members of winning teams advanced to the UIL state meet. At the state meet, the students competed against the top 3 students and the winning teams from each of the 4 regions of the state. The first group of students from J.B. Alexander High School, we have Mirta Pina, UIL coordinator, with Principal Ernesto Sandoval and his administration. We also have Ruben Riojas under the direction of Liz Guerrero, who placed first in spelling and vocabulary. So he is our 6A state champion. Alina Rogelio, under the direction of Beverly Herrera, placed 5th in ready writing. She could not be here tonight. Congratulations to the students, sponsors, principal, and administrators from Alexander High School.
Good evening, Mr. Santos, board members, members of the audience. It is with great pride tonight that we recognize the athletics program and we recognize the accomplishments of great teams and individuals this past spring semester. The first recognition we'd like to present to you is a team that kept getting second, third, and eventually another sister school had a lock on the championship for 7 or 8 years. And this year, this team was able to break through and capture the 29 6A Girls Golf Team Championship. Congratulations, Lady Alexander Bulldogs. Come on up. Head coach, Doug Gates. Principal Ernesto Sandoval and his administrative staff. Congratulations, Alexander Lady Golf Team. Staying with golf, we'd also like to present, for the second year in a row, the back-to-back District 29 6A Alexander Boys Golf Team District Champions. Congratulations. Head coach, Rene Rangel. Principal, Ernesto Sandoval, and administrative staff. I would like to add that aside from being the district champion, they also qualified for the regional tournament. So congratulations, Alexander boys and girls district champions. Great job, Alexander. Golf boys. Our next recognition is a team that has had an amazing run over the past 7 years. They have been in the regional round, either the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 or the Final Four in 6 out of the last 7 years. This year they finished as district champions, regional semifinalists, Sweet 16 finalists. Congratulations, Alexander High School Bulldog baseball team. Head coach, Fernando Lemus. Assistant coach, Rick Alanis and Armando Games. And it is baseball. If you know baseball, the boys of summer, they are out playing in leagues and other activities, and some are out of state playing baseball, so they're still represented here today. Thank you. Congratulations, Alexander Baseball. Staying with team sports, this ladies team had an amazing run, and in the past 4 years they've been at this round 2 out of the last 4 years. This year they were district champions, by-district champions, and area finalists for the second time in school history. Congratulations, United South Girls Soccer. Head coach, Leticia Garza. Assistant coaches, Rachel Carranza and Gloria Luna. Principal, Ms. Adriana Ramirez, and administrative staff. Congratulations, United South Lady Panthers Girls Soccer. The 29-6A district championship also stayed at United South on the boys' side, and we'd like to recognize for their historic run and finishing as district champions, by-district champions, area champions, and regional semifinalists, Sweet 16, United South Panther boys soccer. Congratulations. First time in school history that United South Boys Panther has reached the Sweet 16. Head coach, Guillermo Santos. Assistant coaches, David Gutierrez and Danny Rodriguez. Principal, Ms. Adriana Ramirez, and administrative staff. Congratulations, United South Boys Soccer. UISD baseball has excelled over the past decade or so, and this year was great for us as a district because we had 2 representatives in the Sweet 16. Last year we had one in the Final Four, and I believe this year we were maybe 1 or 2 hits away from going to the Final Four. In the end, it was a heck of a run. Congratulations to the regional finalist Elite 8 United Longhorn Boys baseball team. Head coach, J.J. Gomez, assistant coach, Rudy Salivar, Mark Silva, Jorge Madrigal, and Jose Luera. Principal, Alberto Aleman, and administrative staff. I got him. The baseball team finished as district runner-up, by-district champions, area champions, regional quarterfinal champions, regional semifinal champions, and regional finalist Elite 8 participants. Congratulations, United. Congratulations, United Baseball. Last but not least, we'd like to go back to golf. As I said earlier, the top 2 teams get to advance to the regional level, and we'd like to congratulate and recognize the United Boys Golf Team for finishing as District 29 6A runner-up and regional qualifier. Congratulations, United Boys Golf. Head coach, T. Robert Melendez. Congratulations, United Boys Golf Regional Qualifiers. And finally, an outstanding individual performance in golf. Again, the top 2 advanced to the regional. And this year, as the District 29 6A individual champion, congratulations from United High School, Miss Yuri Kim. And the 29 6A golf individual runner-up, Ms. Anisa Chaires. Head coach, Julian Tejerina. Principal, Mr. Alberto Aleman, and administrative staff.
members of the board, Mr. Santos. Before I introduce the next group of winners that qualified for advancing to the state level Texas State Solo and Ensemble competition, I'd like to say that these students qualified for this high degree or high level competition by earning a first division rating in their regional competition. So after they've got the first division rating at the regional competition, they were able to qualify for the state level. Going to the state level competition from LBJ High School, we had Alexandra Rodriguez, a gold medal winner in percussion. Also joining Alexandra, we have Atzel Resendez, gold medal winner in percussion at the state level. Joining them on the stage is Principal Mr. Armando Salazar. Congratulations, LBJ High School. Also advancing to the state level, the next groups, we asked that since some of the students are, I guess you could say, in other activities during the summer, we're going to combine together from Alexander, we're going to combine the orchestra, the choir, and the band members. And I'd like to start out by calling out the orchestra winners that received a silver or gold medal. They were Kevin McGee, Laura Canales, Sarah Hassan, and winning a gold medal and present Sophia Nance. Orchestra director Ray Peña is here to join them. Then from the choir division, we have 2 gold medal and silver medal winners. We have Andrea Lopez winning in treble voice, and we have Martel Gonzalez winning in tenor bass voice in the choir. Congratulations. Choir director is Mr. Michael Guzman. Then continuing on to the band division, we had a combination of gold and silver medal winners. Some of these winners are, and by the way, they took about 21 to 30 medals and 11 medals, but this is the group that's representing them today. We have Montserrat Etzeta, Nicole Bonilla, David Izquierdo, William Abdallah, Jacob Abdallah, Alexandra Garcia, and Amanda Sanchez. Congratulations to all of these winners. Joining them on stage is Mr. Lyle Perkins and the Alexander staff. Mr. Sandoval is the principal. Congratulations, Alexander High School Choir and band members and orchestra. And for our final group of recognition this evening, we're also combining a combination of some of the choir and band members from United High School. And again, I'd like to mention to the audience that many of these members, since they're in other activities, were not able to attend this evening. But we'd like to go ahead and recognize some of the gold medal winners in the choir, Irma Ramirez and Laura Rangel. Choir director, Debbie Hernandez and Acel Arias, if they can come forward. And also joining them, we have some band members. Representing the band members from United High School We have Jessica Belmares winning a gold medal. And Band Director Michael Valdez, Michael Garcia, Mr. Mallet, Mr. Castro could not would not be able to join them tonight. Also, we'd like to congratulate Mr. Alberto Aleman, Principal, and the staff.
Oh, just whatever.
You avoided that.
Yeah, I'm glad that was there at the unit train stadium. Oh my.
And then I almost did it.
Oh, David, they had some comments and, yeah, you know, they asked questions, it was good. Especially like Coel, from high school, about the texting and some parents, you know, text you really bad. I said, well, it's a hostile text, no need to respond. You know, you just leave it alone, so you confer with them and stuff like that. You need more training on that.
All right.
That's probably things that they do.
Let's see. I guess we'll move on to item number 6, the superintendent's report.
I'm sorry.
Superintendent's report.
None, sir. Nope. At this point, nothing. No.
Our report. We move to the consent agenda item. The business and instructional met this month. Make a motion to approve letter A through J.
Second?
All those in favor?
I abstain, I was absent.
Okay, all right. All right, the item passes. Moving on to item number 8, items for individual consideration. 8A, approval of board minutes for the month of April and May of 2016.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
All right, motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? All right, the item passes. Item number 8B, approval of donations.
Yes, Mr. Gilpin, members of the board, it's recommended that the Board of Trustees graciously accept the following donations, and they will be attached to the minutes. We have one donation over $1,000 for United South High School Mariachi Group, receive a donation of $1,000 from Walmart. And then we have several donations this month for a total of $4,338.15 that we graciously accept, and want to thank these parents and business people helping our students.
All right, very good, very good. Do we have a motion?
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? All right, the item passes. Moving on to item number 9, closed session. Board will adjourn into closed session pursuant to the following sections of the Texas Open Meetings Act. For item A, it'll be 551.071. And for item B, it'll be 551.071 and 551.072. Item C will be 5.51.071 and 551.074. Item D will be 551.074 and 551.076. We'll be back in approximately 1 hour. All right, the time is 7:59 p.m. and we are reconvened from closed session. The board will now take appropriate action on items, if necessary, as discussed in closed session.
Mr. Gilpin, members of the board, I think maybe Mr. Bellis, for the record, did come in at the very beginning of closed session, just for the record. And on agenda item 10A, the recommendation is to authorize legal counsel and district administration to proceed with the development costs associated with settlement agreement entered into by UISD and Killam Ranch Properties executed on April 18, 2007, and the Alexander 9th Grade campus located off Del Mar Boulevard, east of Loop 20, Laredo, Webb County, Texas, previously referred to as the Quixote 20-acre tract, under the terms and conditions discussed in closed session.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? All right, the item passes unanimously. All right. Item B, first and final reading of policy BED local, board meetings, public participation.
B is the appointment of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Veterans.
Okay. Yeah, item B, appointment of principal for Veterans Elementary School.
Yes, Mr. Gilman, members of the board, my recommendation for principal for Veterans Elementary School is Luz Serna Ramirez.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? All right, the item passes unanimously. Item C, first and final reading of policy BED local, board meetings, public participation.
Recommendation is to approve first and final reading of BED local as presented.
All right, we have a motion.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor? All right, the item passes unanimously. Item D, first and final reading of policy DGBA local, personnel management, relations, employee complaints and grievances.
Recommendation is to approve the first and final reading of revised board policy DGBA local as presented.
So move. Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. Item E, first and final reading of policy FNG local, student rights and responsibilities, student and parent complaints and grievances.
Recommendation is to approve the first and final reading of revised policy FNG local as presented.
So move.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. Agenda item 11, adjournment.
So move.
All right, we are adjourned.
Second.